The ripple effect. Before we start, I wanted to take a moment to welcome each of you to a new community messaging platform called the OPSEC Minute Extended. If interest continues, on Mondays we intend to own this space, using text and posted videos, to share both a little OPSEC or Operation Security Wisdom along with occasional Marvel team-up bridges that tie into other regulatory security disciplines and policies that our leadership and the Department of Army embrace. All right, my moment is up. Enjoy the new graphic announcement and let's dive into today's secure narrative. Jesse tapped impatiently at the chipped formica of the Stuttgart PX food court table. His phone buzzed again, another notification. Declined transaction. Seriously? Another one? Just yesterday, his life had been comfortably predictable. Work at the 50SEC Strategic Signal Battalion, mostly wrestling with stubborn servers. Weekend trips to Heidelberg fueled by questionable doner kebab, and regular video calls with his mom, who was convinced Germany was just full of castles and scary efficient people. Now it was unraveling, all because of a carelessly posted photo. It had started subtly. A seemingly innocuous picture on social media, Jesse in PT gear at the USAG Stuttgart Fitness Center, grinning like an idiot after a unit run, the distinctive skyline of Patch Barracks visible in the background. He hadn't thought twice about it. He'd tagged a few buddies, added a generic "Fit Life to Stuttgart," and moved on. He figured a little flexing wouldn't hurt. Then came the emails. Phishing attempts so clumsily disguised he almost felt insulted. Then the credit card alerts. Finally, a frantic call from his bank confirming fraudulent charges. A new, top-of-the-line gaming laptop. Jesse barely knew how to turn one on. Plane tickets to Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia, a destination he'd only ever seen on a map, all racking up on his accounts. Panic set in. He reported the identity theft to the local German police. A daunting process involving a lot of paperwork, a very patient translator, and a growing sense that his German was not as good as he thought. But the real reckoning came when he was summoned to the USAG Stuttgart garrison headquarters. He half expected a court-martial. He sat across from Alonzo Edwards, the garrison's command security manager, a man whose calm demeanor was legendary. Edwards could stare down a rogue general without blinking. He didn't scold, he explained. He laid out the potential consequences, not just for Jesse's finances, but for national security. JB, the garrison's OPSEC officer, sat quietly in the corner, nursing a coffee and looking vaguely sympathetic. JB was known for his folksy wisdom and his ability to explain complex security protocols in terms even Jesse could understand. "Jesse," Edwards said, his voice measured. "That photo, it provided a crucial piece of the puzzle. Bad actors use publicly available information, like images geotagged with location data, uniform details, and recognizable landmarks, to build profiles. They target personnel, not just for financial gain, but to gain access to systems, or worse, to exploit vulnerabilities." Edwards pulled up a diagram illustrating the process. It looked like something out of a spy movie. The photo confirmed your association with the military, your location, even potentially your unit. It's a starting point for social engineering attacks, spear-phishing, even physical reconnaissance. Jesse stared at the diagram, the reality of his mistake hitting him with the force of a poorly executed bicep curl. It wasn't just his information compromised, he'd inadvertently provided a potential foothold for adversaries. He imagined shadowy figures in trench coats analyzing his Instagram feed. The consequences could ripple outwards, impacting his unit, the garrison, even the mission. I didn't understand," Jesse stammered, shame washing over him. "I just wanted to share something positive, show people I was surviving German fitness tests." "That's understandable," Edwards replied, a flicker of amusement in his eyes. "But intention doesn't negate impact. OPSEC, operational security, isn't about secrecy for secrecy's sake. It's about protecting ourselves and our mission by controlling the information we expose. Think before you post, Jesse. Consider the potential consequences, and maybe lay off the flexing for a bit." JB chimed in, offering a wry smile. "Think of it like this, Jesse. You wouldn't leave your front door unlocked, right? Social media is just another door, and sometimes the bad guys are really good at picking locks." Edwards and JB helped Jesse navigate the process of freezing his credit, filing reports with the Federal Trade Commission, and bolstering his online security. But the most impactful outcome wasn't the practical assistance. It was the clarity. The ACI team, quietly working in the background, provided a briefing on the types of threats they were tracking and how Jesse's photo had fit into a larger pattern of targeting. They weren't accusatory, just informative. Jesse finally understood the weight of his actions, the interconnectedness of seemingly harmless details, and the vital importance of safeguarding information, not just for personal protection, but for the collective good. The road to recovery was long, and involved a lot of explaining to his mom why he needed a new identity. But Jesse emerged from the ordeal with a newfound respect for OPSEC. He became a vocal advocate within his unit, sharing his story as a cautionary tale, complete with a PowerPoint presentation and a healthy dose of self-deprecating humor. He learned that in a connected world, even a casual photo could have profound and far-reaching consequences. The ripple effect of his mistake had taught him a lesson he wouldn't soon forget, and he stopped posting pictures of himself in uniform. He figured his mom had seen enough castles for a lifetime anyway. If you stuck with us this long, you must be total chill, or a glutton for pain. Either way, we wanted to give a huge shout-out for your patience as we further explore into this whole extended storyboard format. It's a fresh way to educate our team and connect with the community by sharing these stories about OPSEC and how it links to other security arenas, and not just checking the boxes. We are genuinely promoting our security programs in a way that aligns with Army regulations and leadership goals. Whether you enjoy listening to these stories or prefer reading a written version in our weekly emails, we want to hear from you. Maybe you are all about that annual online training or the formal briefings. Whatever your vibe, drop us a thumbs up or a comment. Your feedback really helps us know we're on the right path with our secure narratives. And if you have other suggestions or ideas, don't hold back. Use the IC Interactive Customer Evaluation System to share your thoughts. We're all ears and ready to make things even better. So until next Monday's OPSEC Minute. Extended. Keep those comments coming and stay engaged.